Greetings, gnomes and nomads, and welcome back to Spider Slaughter. Not a moment has passed since we last saw everyone die. Wow, I say everyone. What I mean is Sarah and Watery Pillow, but it feels like everyone is dead. Little by little, we are losing our most renowned and famous warriors. Doesn't bode well, really. But on the plus side, we have wiped out a goblin invasion. Now that does buy us a little bit of time. Maybe not quite enough though to get everything in. So I am going to call it here. I am going to give these guys a little bit more time, just a little bit, to stock whatever they can, and then I'm going to pull all of these crates inside. I've got lumberjacks out carving down some trees, but we may not have enough time, I'm not sure, to level this off and actually start a tower construction. Now, whilst you've been away, I've gone ahead and I've adjusted our professions. This is the new list. We've got soldiers, bards, and bonesmiths. They haven't changed. Well, they've had slight adjustments to the priority, but I'm going to illustrate what I've been doing with just the stone miner and stonesmith trades. Here, our miners now do every job. Well, they always did, I think. They also do pottery. They also do mechanics, so lever pulling. And they also do caretaking, which I think is bringing food and water to those who can't get it for themselves if they're holed up in the hospital. Now, the way I've set up their priorities is mining, which is the stone miner's primary job, is at the top. Next, caretaking comes as the second priority, then workshop jobs. So if they've not got any mining to do, they'll check if anyone needs any help in the hospital. If not, they'll start doing stone cutting, that sort of thing. Next, mechanics. So they'll do lever pulling as the fourth priority, then building and hauling. And the stone smith pretty much have the mining and the workshop reversed. And that's more or less the same for lumberjacks, woodsmiths. The druids and animal trainers take the place of our farmers and our ranchers. Now, the druids perform agriculture first, then farming. And the reason why they do agriculture first is if I've told them specifically to, I don't know, go and harvest all of the strawberry plants out here, I want that done ahead of farming jobs. So they'll get that one done first. Let me just go back to them. Then they'll work in the hospital again, because farming is their main job comes first, then hospital. Then they'll work on the pasture, which is their secondary job. Then workshop stuff, because pasturing also comes with butchering. Then mechanic hauling, that sort of thing. They don't do building. I've got them specifically not doing construction. But the ranching job, animal husbandry, butchering, they'll do that as a secondary sort of main job. Whereas the animal trainer does that first and does farming as the secondary. And that's pretty much mirrored with the rest of them. We've got metalsmiths. There isn't really any division there. They all just do the same job. But we've got machinesmiths and cog mines. Now, a machinesmith is what the engineer used to be. It does all engineering, including tinkering. Now, the cog mind, this will be where I'm going to put any gnome who's not got the full complement of legs. And what they will do is they will only do tinkering. That will be their only job. They will also be a doctor. They won't do caretaking because that might involve walking a very great distance to get something and bring it back. Same with construction and hauling. Their job is specifically going to be tied to a single location. And what I'm going to be doing is in the very near future, I'm going to be hollowing out up here and putting this, making this my tinker's area. So they will live and work, well, they won't live, well, I suppose they might. They will work very close to the dining room because that's mainly what the tinkerers are going to be having to work on. They'll do their tinkering and then they'll occasionally want to eat or drink or sleep. So maybe I might even put it there so that they're kind of close to where they're going to sleep and to where they're going to eat. But that is going to be a job specifically for people who are not especially fast on their feet anymore. Bless them. Now, other than that, I've also gone ahead in the military and tailored a new uniform for lumberjacks, more or less the same as miners, but I didn't want to use the miner uniform just in case I do want some differences to be there later on. And our lumberjacks are going to be equipping that. Now, because stonesmiths and woodsmiths may occasionally do mining or lumberjacking, is that a proper word? I don't think it is. Cutting down trees. They will also wear the armor, but they're primarily going to be working in workshops. So I'm going to keep an eye on that and see if I need to twist it around at all. Now then, let's go ahead and unpause this. A lot of people are going to be going around and re-equipping themselves. And generally our soldiers are going to continue to wander. We've got a lot more things there now, unfortunately. Steel plates and such, so that's a bit of a pain. But by and large, things should be okay. I'm going to go ahead, though, and start hauling things in, I think. Yeah. Right, okay. We're going to pause this. I'm going to remove the designations on these stockpiles. And I'm going to have people bring these in. We've lost 2 great warriors to this initiative. It is a shame, but... oh, that one's almost full. I don't mind. But we needed to do it. Eventually, it had to be done. We do need to get these things in because they're just causing enormous waves to attack us. Now, these crates here have barely anything in them, so I'm going to leave them where they are. And I'm just going to remove these designations instead. Rotate that around. Have I got everything? I think I do. Right, now the way we're going to bring this in, we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 14, 15, 17, 19. We've got 21 crates to come in and a barrel. So what we want to do is we want to zoom in a little bit and designate a new stockpile. Now this stockpile is not going to hold anything. There we go. It's 21 crates. Oh, actually we've already got 3 there, so okay, well. Oh, actually no, we can pull this out. There we go. That should work. Now this is not going to stockpile anything. Specifically, it is not meant to be holding things. This one is going to hold barrels, and again, is not going to be set to receive anything. So what we want to do now is build storage, crates. We want to fill this stockpile with crates. Wait a second. Oh, right, that's part of the marketplace. And we want to fill the other one with barrels, and that way they should go and collect all the barrels and all the crates and bring them in. Like so. Now it's just time. So chop chop. And whilst they're doing that, our lumberjacks will also be cutting down trees, which will be good. Now Mr. Dark Draker passes out from exhaustion. I thought, whilst I'm doing this, I'll quickly go over this as well, just so you can see who's assigned to what. We've got Fox and Lord Cheeselot as animal trainers. Togus is our architect, no longer a builder, an architect. You had a promotion. Bardophile Halcyon is still the bard, obviously. Curry Muncher is our bonesmith. KO's, Blood Alchemy, and Burning Ginger. Oh no, sorry. KO's and Blood Alchemy are boosmiths. Burning Ginger, Crumlov, and Celador are clothsmiths. Urgle Bold and Boulder II are druids. Dino, and Dino's a druid as well. Got Magical and Horizon as foodsmiths. Nick Bathar as a gemsmith. Kazi as a lumberjack, as well as Trashy Bagels II and Dinu. We've got Comicat, Dalbeth, and Zenir as machinesmiths. And we've also got the Dapper Jester, Mr. Cadaver, and Mr. Noidanuli as metalsmiths. And then a lot of soldiers who you should know the names of by now. We've then got Dwarf, Mr. Dark Draker as stone miners, Breakfast Item, Apple Runner as stonesmiths, and finally Urs Birchroot and Jack D23 as woodsmiths. So, and I'm not going to go over the names of people who are needed, want to have a gnome renamed after them, otherwise I'd be here for the entire episode listing them. Suffice to say, there are a lot of you. Now, people are getting on with that. I think most people are not set to construct, though. And that may be a bit of a problem. Let me just check something. I might quickly assign some professions I normally don't want people who aren't builders to be building, but for this, perhaps I should. I think my soldier's profession does include it. Yeah, so anyone who's not on duty should be building. Let's just check. Who's idle? We've got Togus is idle. Togus shouldn't be idle. Our clothsmiths, boothsmiths. I'm sure clothsmiths should be building as well. Let me just check that. Yeah, no, they're not. Ah, fair enough. Let me just make sure my architect trade does have construction. Yeah, okay. That would have been a bit silly. But since clothsmiths now have that, and they really should, let's make sure that this is up there as well. I want them to do that before hauling. And same with boothsmiths, I suppose. Do building before hauling. And anyone else idle? Some foodsmiths are. I'm not going to worry too much about that, but I will have machinesmiths working on that. So, where are you, machinesmiths? Oh, no, you already do. Okay, well, it's just a bit of delay in them realizing they've got a job, I suppose. Some more yaks and emus are born. Not too bad. Now, I'm not going to do anything here that's going to take people's priorities away from hauling and building right now. I just want to get everything inside. And once we've done that, we're going to go back to digging down and also continuing our gradual replacement of these dirt walls with stone. I'm just keeping an eye out to make sure there's no manned scouts on the map. I should probably turn this around just to make sure down there. At some point, I am going to go in there and block this wall off, as well as that one. I'm not going to do that right now. I'll do that once we've sealed off the fort, actually. So let's let these guys continue. And we've got some of the crates coming in. Excellent work. Ah, there we are. Lots of people have suddenly realized there's stuff for them to do. That is brilliant. Now, is this actually so? Wait. Oh, no, that's fine. Go kill the bear. Right, I just want to make sure that these guys are actually storing the right things. Spoils. Have you got... Oh, no. Spoils isn't set up. Fair enough. Okay, we want... armor. But we would rather have the metal plates, honestly. Yeah, we'll go ahead and... No, just the armor plates. And leather panels. And I guess we should also bring in padding, leather straps as well. I prioritize the metal plates for now, actually. Just get those in there, and we'll be good. I should have really done that with the other things. I was being a bit silly worrying about bringing in straps and padding when we've got so much of that anyway. The bear has died. Good news. And more people are hauling stuff in. Equally good news. Now, I would like it if my lumberjacks were up there taking care of this, because I would like to bring some of that in if we get the chance. But again, we don't want to spend too much time out here. If we can get all of this hauled in soon, well, pretty much as soon as the last crate is pulled inside the fort is going to close. So, you've got until all of these are done, people. Chop, chop. Oh, wait. I bet you're making more crates, aren't you? I imagine you are. Let's see. Barrel. No. No, don't. Oh, you might be making one, but you've probably already made the bloody crates, haven't you? Sod it. Because I designated that area to contain enough crates, including these, but I hadn't freed them up, so they've probably just gone ahead and made more crates for them. Well, that's a pain in the bum. I'll have to work on that in a moment. And it's drawing in again. The night is drawing close. It's the 5th day, though. Have we got traders? Oh, no, it's winter. We won't have traders. Right, let's see. There's a lot of hauling going on still. Oh, corpses, of course, because this is a fairly high priority stockpile. Oh, that's fair enough. At least with bears, because they will give fur, they'll give meat, bones, good stuff. The crates have been brought in from this side, which is good. We've also got a bit more light around here as well. Now, what about elsewhere? And that's pretty much it. So we want one more. Have they actually stored anything in there? No, they haven't. Okay, well, we need to undesignate this area then. And bring in those. Is there anything in them? There's nothing in that one. And there's one thing in there that's really not necessary. So I may as well just leave that out there. Yeah, let's get everyone inside then. We want the patrol route here to be manned by the fortified seals. Just check my population. Sorry, my military. I want to make sure that who's in what squad. Okay. Well, the Silvery Lurkers currently are the larger of the two groups. Right. If we can get everyone over here. We're going to cancel the work that we've got over here. So, no, okay then. Okay. Unfortunately, as I've mentioned before, it does seem to care what level you're cancelling the jobs on. So it's not going to cancel jobs on a lower level. It's a bit of a pain, but we'll live, I suppose. Now then, there is still a lot of hauling going on, unfortunately. And I'm not really sure what they're hauling in. Probably more goblin corpses. Well, actually that's not too bad because they will be bringing in armor at least. And you guys are going to be more than capable of dealing with this. I think Snowdog's actually even got some equipment. Have you got a quiver? No. You don't have a quiver. So you're just going to beat him to death with the crossbow, but that's fine. I approve of this. Actually, while they're just still hauling all of this in, perhaps I should remove the hauling task maybe from a bunch of my jobs so they stop worrying about that and just get inside. I think that is probably going to be the best thing to do. What's in there? Nothing. That's fine then. Yeah. Right, we're going to do this. We're going to get rid of hauling profession off everyone. Drastic measures to make sure that people don't die. And finally, clothsmiths. Okay, everyone get inside. Absolutely everyone inside now. And then I'm going to have to turn all of that back on in a moment. Oh, where have you gone? What are you doing? Get back inside. And you, what? No, what? What are you doing? Foodsmiths, have I missed a... I possibly did. That's fine. Where are you, foodsmiths? There we are. Indeed I did. Get back inside, you foolish cooks. If you discover something now, I'm going to be very upset. Oh no, okay, fair enough. I approve of putting more light around the fort. But that should be it. And we can now get our fortified seals indoors. Take that off. You should, I hope, head in. No? Oh, come on. Go inside. No, come on. Don't be silly. Let's send you there. Go train. Okay. I think this is it. I think we're safe. First, let's close this one. Actually, we'll have the fortified seals guard here instead. And you'll be fine down there. Don't worry about it. Big babies. Now, that one's closed. And finally, this one. And this should be it. The fort will be safe. Someone's rushing straight down there. And there we go. Hurrah! Hurrah! Now I'm going to have to turn all of the professions back on again. So let's get to that. Boosmith, foodsmith, and clothsmith, and then we're done. There we go. In fact, Boosmith, you can stop worrying about construction. Hurrah! Everything is as it should be. Finally. Right. Fortified seals, get to work. Wow. That has been a pretty hectic little while that we've had the fort open for. Done a lot of work though. We've got light over a very good part of the map now. Pretty much this corner is the only place where something can sneak up on us, and we can change that the next time we go out. But for now, I'm fairly happy with the way things are. I mean, I'm not happy that we lost so many people, but, well, there's not much we can do about that, unfortunately. Just make sure that all of this is set up correctly. Right, you can start doing the cotton farm again. Make sure all of the groves are okay. Not that they're going to be able to do anything during winter, but let's just make sure everything's alright. Yeah, we'll leave it at just picking fruit from the apple farm for now. And that's that. Let's go ahead and undesignate these areas so that any barrels or crates that are needed are drawn from these stockpiles rather than made anew. And there we go. That's it. Finally. Wow. It's been a while. It's been a very long time since things haven't been crazy. Let's go ahead and dig down a ramp to get rid of this tile, and then we'll build a wall there, and we also need some floors. So get some dirt floors about there, and this will allow us to build the walls up on this second section. Now this is going to be where we're going to have archers patrolling when needed. We'll remove this ramp here and build some stone walls. So we want block walls, and it doesn't matter which blocks we use. And likewise here, go ahead and build this up. We won't build all the way across here yet because we want to do some stuff over here. We want to build a floor out and then replace these walls. So let's get that done now. And then we're going to leave them working on this and go and continue our dig down into the depths. At some point I should build some walls down there as well. Come to think of it, that way we'll just be able to ramp down and get rid of those floors. Be a little bit easier than having to take each one up one at a time. There we go. Right, I shall leave these guys working on that whilst we go down here. Now, right, let's check on our stocks actually. Do we have our ranged weapons yet? Got still one crossbow, unfortunately. Oh, we need more work on that. Now, this is where we're going to start mining further down. Let's make this a bit of a larger room. Let's see, 2 there, 2 there. Let's cancel some of these areas there. And that should be good enough. Though we've got slightly too many on this side, so we're going to cancel a job there and there. And because my OCD will itch terribly if I do not do this, we're going to have to fill the walls in as well. I know, it's just a silly little stairwell area, but it has to be the right dimensions. You don't understand how important this is. What's that? That's tin. Wow, have you got an iron pick? That's awesome. On that note, we're actually going to need more axes and more picks for the additional amount of additional amount of people that'll be able to mine and chop down wood. Okay, no, he's given up. He's decided to do something else. Well, whatever, I guess. Right, what we're going to do in here is we want a torch. So let's get a torch built. We've got some pine torches, that's good. One pine torch there. And then we want dig down. Actually, we'll do it through this. We want stairs down. And there and there. Down here, we'll mine the walls. Like so. Though thinking about it, we could easily just cancel those jobs. Like that. And then we'll just keep going down in like a spiral staircase, like a double helix. Oh, someone's dropped their crossbow. Never mind, they'll be able to deal with that. Oh wow, what have we found? What's this? Emeralds. Oh, very nice find. We will be excavating that and getting all of that glorious wealth. Not that our kingdom really needs it right now. We are just over 8,250,000. What a convoluted way of saying that. Right, we'll go ahead and mine into these just to remove those. But we're going to go down about... Well, this is level 10. I think, given the strength of our armies right now, I mean, these guys are just snapping things with their bare hands, practically. We'll go down to level 20. I think. This may be a stupid idea, but no, we're going to do that. Wait for that to get mined out first. But... Oh, we've got some more goblins outside. Let's zoom up and have a proper look. A fairly large goblin invasion, actually. That's no good. Just as well we didn't have our soldiers out there, because there's 3 people with steel and at least 3 two-headed ogres. Possibly more, because we've all seen how they like to stand on the same tile just to confuse us. Now then, what we want on this next level, whilst we're waiting for that area to be mined out, we'll just build out some floors of block. Like so. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Here we are. Right, we're actually going to mine this out, because we want to be able to replace the floor as well, not just the wall. Otherwise we'll have a weird dirt partition between the 2 layers of wall. Autosave. You have occasionally been a real pain in the bum for me. I don't always want you to autosave. Especially when it takes a few minutes. But so far, it's not too bad, I suppose. Now, are these suspended? Because I'd really like it if you started actually melting these down. Iron armor plates are on repeat. But they don't have any coal. Okay. Oh, wow. That's quite cool. It's actually a wooden... logs in a crate icon now. I hadn't seen that before. What on earth are you doing here? Why are my tailors in armor? That doesn't make any sense. Let me just double check this. Clothsmiths? No, you're wearing the default uniform. Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. But on that note, we have run out of time. May have run out a little bit over, in fact. But we have finally sealed the fort. Losing Watery Pillow and Sarah was just too much for us, really. It's time for us to lick our wounds and recuperate, have some funeral games, You know, remember the good times. All that fun stuff. And we will be out there eventually. We will come back for all these steel plates that we've left around. Though we did pick up quite a lot of them, to be fair. There are still a couple, but I think we've done a fairly good job of bringing everything in. But for now, we're going to refocus our efforts on going down rather than clearing up outside. Though our miners are not doing any work, and that's bad, because this area could easily spawn stuff. Well, actually, I suppose that isn't too bad, because you would be able to deal with it. But yes, we're going to be going down in a big old spiral staircase down to around about level 20, where we're going to set up another checkpoint with a training ground, as in this one. When we do that, we'll probably seal this wall off, just so that anything that spawns in here won't trouble us. But we'll probably get all of the tin out of there first before we start worrying about that. But that's all for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you will join me for the next. But until then, do take care.